scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing to the ring first.
Coming to you from a jam-packed engine shed here in Lincoln, my name is Joe Dombrowski. This is the kickoff match for 1PW's Devil's Due, another One Pro Wrestling staple brought back into the new era that you can see in its entirety. Coming up on Fight. And before we get there, a sure to be ultra competitive matchup in the newfound growing women's division. You gotta love the bubbly energy of Zaya Brookside. She's so fun to be around, such a joy to talk to. One of the genuinely great humans here in our sport, but make no mistake about it, when she gets in between the ropes and the bell rings, she's not your friend. She can be very, very dangerous. Of course, the name Brookside is very well known throughout wrestling, not just here in the UK and Europe, but throughout the world. The daughter of Robbie Brookside, one of the most skilled, rough and tumble British-style wrestlers of all time, and a current coach in the WWE Performance Center. Saw her debut at the All or Nothing Women's Gauntlet matchup that saw Lizzie Evo on her way into winning the Women's Championship and being the inaugural title holder.
Representing Soft Culture, it's
Dani Luna, a part of that gauntlet matchup as well, but also a part, though unofficially, of the four-way tag team championship ladder match. We saw her get involved to help out her counterpart, Subculture, Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, as they attempted to become the very first 1PW tag team champions. They were not successful in that campaign, but they could become the second tag team champions, because shortly after we go on the air on Fight, you'll be able to see Subculture challenge boisterous behavior, Leon Slater, man like Darice, and you know that Dani Luna is going to be right there by their side once again, if she's physically able, if she's in good spirits following this matchup, which is a big if. Talked about the fact that Lizzie Evo is the inaugural women's champion. As you see, no love lost there. Refusal of the handshake. Going to get down and dirty and compete without being friends. It was Lizzie Evo who, as a result of losing a prior matchup with a stipulation, had to enter the gauntlet first and withstand the entire field. Session Moth Martina, as a result, by proxy, entered last. And I'll tell you what, we thought this would be a chance for Lizzie Evo to prove herself. Instead, she outsmarted the world and made a mockery of us all, feigned a serious injury. And at the end of the day, her foot, her leg, nothing wrong with it at all. With the help of Bo Herman, the gigantic, powerful daughter of Alf Herman, Lizzie Evo escaped with the Women's Championship. As a result, later tonight, tag team matchup. Session Moth Martina has recruited the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm. They have more than a couple things in common. You kidding me? A taste for beer and the love of the party, but anything but a party mentality. when they take on Lizzie Evo and Charles Crowley, who is somebody that I don't trust as far as I can throw him, but will Lizzie Evo be able to trust him in a most important situation with a team looking for retribution? Also, I can't wait. You could sense the tension in the locker room area all day today surrounding Will Ospreay and Matt Cardona. These men have said some very unkind, disrespectful, and kind of degrading things about one another online in their comments. Ospreay went for the jugular, and a lot of things that he had said felt disrespected that Cardona didn't even bother to learn the date of this event in advance. They're going to collide for the 1PW World Championship. It all goes down at Devil's Due. You can see it anytime on demand on Fight TV. And Ospreay and Cardona, two men that the world are talking about right now. Cardona holds, I believe, 8 different championships, calls himself an indie god, a deathmatch king. Ospreay, of course, New Japan sensation, known the world over. 2 weeks away from facing Kenny Omega at the AEW New Japan Pro Wrestling Forbidden Door event, by the way. That's going to be your main event coming up on Fight TV. But right now, it's Dani Luna controlling the arm and the wrist of Zaya Brookside. Brookside showing that dexterity, the agility, able to get up and over. Nice takeover with the Hurricane Rana. Brookside is the quicker of these two athletes, and still in many ways in the infancy of her career. Pace quickens a bit. This will favor Zaya, who comes through the crossbody. Nicely done. Shoulders down for 2. Zaya has accomplished so much in her young career as it is, from the Mae Young Classic to NXT UK to her current run in Stardom, and she's called the Angel of the Ring, and there could be a few different meanings one can take from that. Certainly on the surface, she gives an innocent look, and, well, wait a minute. Luna able to reverse things, turn it around, wrenching that arm and shoulder. But when you think about, how Brookside has, relative to her age, been so successful and so dominant, traveled so many miles to Cat only. It's almost as if she was tailor-made to rule a wrestling ring. But it's Luna now using that very same wrestling ring as an offensive weapon, using her surroundings to her advantage. And you got to wonder, there may be no other athletes better at using their surroundings to their advantage than somebody who survived a massive scramble to become the open weight champion. First of this era, Robbie X. He goes one-on-one with, a man who's going to outsize him and in many ways on paper outmatch him. Talking about Rampage Brown. A late hour substitution for Trey Miguel, and I wonder what that's going to do to the strategy of Robbie X, who's been preparing for an entirely different style and an entirely different athlete, as the style of Dani Luna right now is to neutralize and isolate the arm and shoulder at Brookside in a bad way. A win here for Dani Luna could be a positive omen for Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster. They're not out here now. They're in the locker room warming up. Imagine if Subculture can go 2-0 on the night. This could be the way that momentum kicks off if Dani Luna is successful. I mentioned Subculture to challenge boisterous behavior. Leon Slater, still a teenager, prodigy in every sense of the word, man like Darius. They survived that 4-team ladder match. They survived ABC, Austin and Bay. They survived the Rascals. And they survived, Subculture, to reign as the first champions of this era in the tag team division at Brookside. Brookside got the leg up and blocked Luna's attempt to send her into the buckle. And springs off nicely. shifts her hips, carries the momentum, does Brookside. Oh, tried to follow through, but Luna sidesteps. Trying to be abusive yet elusive. That's what Amir Jordan's going to have to be on Fight Pay-Per-View coming up. Oh, man, Brookside dropped stomach first, deep hook of the leg for 2. Amir Jordan in his 1PW singles debut has impressed in the multi-man matches, but he's going to feel like he's in there with multiple men because he has drawn the Murder Hawk monster, 6'7", 6'8", however large this man is, Lance Archer and Amir Jordan. Plus, we're going to see Luke Jacobs take on a stalwart, well-known champion from WXW Germany, Japanese standout Shigehiro Irie. That's going to be power on power, to be sure. As Dani Luna utilizes her power to keep Brookside neutralized. Zachary Wentz and Scotty Rock one-on-one. A battle of different generations of a bit of the same tone, bit of the same vibe, but we'll see if one is on the level of the other. And a big triple threat matchup. Mark Haskins has made headlines. He has beaten some Extreme Legends. Nathan Cruz has made some headlines quite nefariously and dubiously. And Will Cruz, no relation, a huge star on the rise. Brookside gets 2 off the roll-up. And Luna right back on her target. Fans, that is just a brief description of what is waiting for you at Devil's Due. Just a few minutes now from this point in time in this matchup, just moments after this match ends. We will go live, and the Devil's Due will be heard, will be felt, will be seen throughout the world. Crowd showing their support for Brookside as fans are still filing in. And folks, if you have not seen a 1PW event on Fight TV, you're going to want to be a part of it. The energy of these live crowds is off the page. The hunger, the passion of this talent, from the up-and-coming British stars to the imports from across the world, you can feel it. Just like you can feel the hope of Zaya Brookside after the head scissors and coming through with the knees. Zaya Brookside gets a neck breaker. Did she get enough of it? Dani Luna kicks out. Brookside was using rapid fire offense. She kept her body in motion. She lacks a lot of size compared to many of her opponents, so she's adjusted her style to build up that momentum, that velocity, to get more impact in all she does. High kick connected. Dani's out on her feet. Oh, may have been looking lung blower. We'll never know, but from the blind side, the sunset flip got 2. And a high kick missed that time. Oh, man! All Brookside could do is just hang on and brace herself for impact and try to cover up. Luna from the blind side into the power bomb, and Dani Luna's done it. I think Zaya Brookside realized right away that she made a mistake, that she put herself in a vulnerable position, and as soon as that clicked, she knew things were going from bad to worse. It was Dani Luna from the blind side, and then showing that power. Brookside still favoring the arm and shoulder. I think her bell got rung as well. But is this a sign of things to come? Will Mark Andrews and Flash Morgan Webster, the other 2/3 of Subculture, pick up where Dani Luna left off and win the tag team titles? Will Ospreay versus Matt Cardona, 2 of the most talked about athletes in the world, one-on-one for the world title. You don't want to miss it. It's the Devil's Due, and it's on Fight TV right now. Make your way and be a part of one of the signature events of One Pro Wrestling. I'm Joe Dombrowski. We'll see you on the other side on Fight TV. Thanks for watching the official 1PW Devil's Due Kickoff.